Ready, I think, when you guys are. Cool. Hi, everyone. Welcome. How is everyone feeling? It feels like I actually haven't been here for longer than just a week. So it's very nice to be back teaching again. I hope everyone is well. Hope that everyone is keeping warm. We are at a new location, as you can see from last week. Neil has kicked me up house officially and told me that our home can no longer be a yoga studio 24/7. So that means me actually getting out of bed and driving somewhere to go and teach, which has actually been really nice, just to get out of the house a little bit today. So today, like I mentioned on Facebook a little bit earlier, is inspired by Child's Pose, and that's kind of going to be the theme around this week. So a lot of hip stuff and a lot of stretching. So we know a lot of you guys have requested some more stretch work, and you have spoken and we have heard. So I mentioned in my child's post on Facebook today that we'll have a bit of a surprise announcement tomorrow. But actually, I'm going to announce it now because we're just actually so excited about it. Is that every Wednesday at 12 o'clock, which we will call a Jeff pop-up session, it's going to be a stretching session with me. So it'll be 30 minutes, basically just stretching. So where these evening classes are quite balanced, and we work quite hard. We work the internal systems. We really focus on breath, and less stretching and opening the body is part of that. But we are going to focus solely on stretching. So every Wednesday at 12 o'clock. And I hope that you guys can all join because everyone's been asking. So don't worry if you can't make it live at 12. It'll be online for you to do. And then, yeah, like send in your requests. Let me know what are the parts of the bodies that are feeling the stiffest at the moment. I actually did Jules and Jono's class yesterday. Okay, I did not do the entire class, Jono or Jules. I'm not really, I do yoga and that's pretty much all I do. So it was quite fun to do their class. And oh my goodness, my bum, I don't know if it's just me, if everyone else, but my bum, my hamstrings, my quads, from those, starting with those squats and those hops side to side, I'm super stiff. So I will definitely be stretching with all of you tomorrow, and just getting us nice and loose up tonight. So yeah, welcome everyone. Hi Michael, welcome. Hi Zita, nice to see you here. Suri's here as well. So good to have everyone online. Please, yeah, let me know how you guys are feeling and what it is you need. You know, I teach from a place of a lot of the time where I am in my practice and what I feel my body needs, and generally the way we move our bodies day to day is very similar. Sort of the human race, you know, we all sit quite rounded, we are on our computers, or we're driving, or we're reading, or we're you know, making food. I always say no one no one chops their carrots like this, even though we should be. But a lot of things we do are very rounded. So a lot of the teachings that I do is just to open up the body in a general way. But if there are specific things, I see here, lower back stretches, neck, shoulder stretching would be amazing. Mine are so stiff. Absolutely. So try and take full advantage of these evening classes as well. Move really slowly in them, and it's such a nice opportunity when you move slow to really pinpoint where the areas are in your body that do feel stiff and sore. So definitely, guys. Ooh, got sure. Your bodies are hurting at the moment. I think that can only be due to a lot of hard work. So firstly, well done, everyone. I'm gonna have to join you on this stiffness train, because I'm just always in yoga and stretching and flowing, and I think I'll have to work on getting my muscles a little harder with you guys. Got more lower back here, glutes, hamstrings. Yes, I'm with you, Lara. That's how I feel after yesterday's class. Hi, Deborah. Welcome back. Hi, everyone. Hey, Pedro. Welcome back again, week 2. So nice that you're joining. Welcome, everybody. Stiff. So I'm just reading the comments here, guys. Sorry if I'm reading a bit more than looking up, but it's really nice to see all the feedback and see what you guys need. I see here hip flexors, hamstrings. Coach Kaylee saying, remember your water intake. Thank you. That's such a good reminder, because we actually had a comment last week of someone saying they felt extremely dehydrated, and I think even a bit of dizzy, nausea after the class. So remember, at any time when you're doing a lot of exercise, at any time not doing a lot of exercise, you should be drinking enough water. Remembering that our bodies are made up mostly of water. So the moment you start depriving your body of water, you immediately go into dehydration. So keeping yourselves hydrated, if you're practicing more, if you're sweating more, drinking the appropriate amount of water, especially those who are in one-on-one trainings, that's something that you can discuss with your coach. For instance, we don't want to drink too much water. And that's maybe a question that one of the coaches can answer for us at some point, to say, what is too much. But I think, if you're thirsty, drink a half a glass of water. If you're still thirsty, drink another glass. One of my main water drinking rules is that I drink a glass of water before I go to bed. I fill that same glass of water and I leave it next to my bed. So when I wake up the next morning, my glass of water is next to my bed already. And so the first thing I do when I wake up, I said this last week, I roll into a child's pose. I give myself a 5-minute snooze allowance. So alarm goes off, I go into snooze, child's pose. Second alarm goes off, sit up and have a glass of water, because then you've already almost had a half a liter in before you start your day. Of course, when you wake up, the bowels start to move, kind of all the little mechanics of the body start to wake up, and all the processes really start going into full functioning. So you need to hydrate your body from the moment that you wake up. Cool, guys. So got a minute or so before we start. Good evening, everyone. Welcome. Oh, Shem, again, I see here stiff, sitting and working all day. I saw some comments early on today on some of the other sessions about, how bummed a lot of you are that you're back to normal working hours and that you have to miss out on the actual live classes in the mornings. I know that sucks. And especially then keeping in mind that where you would have usually started your day with movement and mobility and connecting and breathing, potentially now you're going straight from bed into your car if you're going to work, or from your bed in front of your computer, guys. So just keep that in mind, that you've now completely switched your routine in your body. So if you can, wake up that extra 10 minutes, 20 minutes, half an hour, do the day before's yoga class, do the day before's HIIT class, serial jono, whatever it is, and keep starting your day the right way. It's we've all seen with this opportunity, you know, to almost start our days in any way we like, how powerful that can be for our well-being, for our mindset, for our overall health. So yeah, tight hips, sitting in front of computers. The only way you're not going to have sore lower backs and tight hips from sitting at computers every day is by moving the hips before or after, but every day. Okay, on that note of tight hips, we're going to do a lot of hip stuff tonight, some hamstrings, some quads, some neck, a little bit of everything. So I really hope that you guys look after yourselves tonight. Please don't overstretch. Stretching takes time, especially for those, if there's pain, do not stretch into the pain. If there's pain in a joint, don't go there. You want to feel the stretch in the belly of the muscle. So for instance, sorry, we'll start now. If that's my calf muscle, I'm not feeling the stretch in my Achilles or in my ankle joint or behind my knee joint, but I'm feeling the stretch in the center of that calf muscle. Okay, so not in the insertion points of those muscles or the origins. Cool, guys. So let's get started. You can come into a kneeling position. I'm just going to grab a cushion. So if you don't have a cushion, grab a cushion. All right. And then if it's comfortable for you to sit, I'll just show you from the side, just on your heels, you could sit there. If that feels quite sore or tight in your ankles, then you can take your cushion and you can actually place it underneath the ankles. So that's quite a nice feeling. And you can just give the ankle joints a bit of support. If it's the knee joints feeling a little uncomfortable, then you could place the cushion on top of the heels, and then you'll just sit like that. Okay, otherwise, if neither are needed, you'll just come to sit on your heels. Let's place the back of the hands on the thighs, roll the shoulders up, down, and back. Close your eyes. Take a full deep breath in. Sigh out through the mouth. And again, a full deep breath in. Sigh out through the mouth. And then again, a full deep breath in. And sigh out through the mouth. Keeping your eyes closed, can you draw your spine a little taller? Make sure your shoulders are stacked above your hips. Your top row of teeth are parallel to the floor so that the skull is just balancing on the top of the spine, and each little vertebra, as if it was a little Lego block, was just stacked on top of the other. So it's this feeling of effortless efforts. You can imagine the bones in your body to be the scaffolding, holding you up, perfectly placed, perfectly balanced. Deepen your breath. And this time in through the nose, out through the nose. Let's do 4 more like that. Okay, keeping your eyes closed, you can place one hand and the other just across your heart space or across your chest. And I'd like you to set an intention not only for this practice, but intention that you can thread through this practice, the rest of today, the rest of this week, and the rest of this month. So what is your intention for yourself for the month of June? This is not a goal. This is not about anything else, about simply stating an intention for yourself to make it very personal. So is it about creating more time for yourself to relax? Is it about creating more alone time? Is it allowing yourself to slow down with everything that's going to pick up now? Whatever it is, simple language, just set that intention deep in yourself now. So nice. Welcome everyone. You'll open your eyes when you're ready. And then let's bring ourselves onto all fours. So I'll just turn so you can see me. If you had your cushion, remove it to one side. Tabletop position. Remember, our hands are spread through all four corners of the palm, and all 10 fingerprints are pressing down. Shoulders are above the wrists. Bring your knees a little closer together, and then we'll just stretch out the bottom of the feet and the calf muscles a little bit. So step your left foot back, tuck your toes under, and then try to press into your hands and send your heel back past the line of the ball of your foot. So your foot might look a little more vertical, but otherwise you're pressing into your hands. Tuck your chin and allow the head to soften. Draw your lower belly in and just get a nice stretch. The neck of each toe, you can move forward and back. Feel a little stretch in the calf muscle. Let it be relaxing, carrying no tension in the face. And then just hold, kind of add the strongest stretch for another full inhale. Squeeze your thigh muscle and exhale. Back to neutral. And switch. Right leg to extend. So the right thigh muscle is quite active here so that we can open the back line, send that right heel back, 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 back. And then just rock forward a few times here, getting a stretch under the neck of each toe. Draw your lower belly in. And then again, stretch kind of to the further stretch. Take a full breath in. And a full breath out. Beautiful. Come back to neutral. Bring your big toes to touch. And then take your knees nice and wide. Child's pose. You're going to sit your buttocks back to your heels. And ultimately, the buttocks will come all the way down. But if that doesn't feel good in the knees, your body feels a bit tight, again, make sure your cushion is handy. Pop it in underneath your buttocks. Soften your hips. Reach your arms forward. Activate your arms so bring your elbows up off the mat. Soften your head down to the floor. Reach your fingertips forward just a little more. And then feel a relaxing in and around the hips. See if you can soften in the shape a little more. Bring your gaze forward and up. Lift right up onto your fingertips. So you're cupping in the hands, the chest is lifting. We're going to take a bit of a side stretch. So let's walk our hands across to your left. Walk, 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 walk as far as you can. Maybe you come kind of over that left thigh. When you've gone as far as you can go without lifting your right buttock up, so both buttocks are still heavy on your heels, you'll flatten your palms and relax your head down. See now if you can lower your right shoulder slightly so your shoulders are level to one another. And then creep your fingertips forward a centimeter. Soften your head a little more. Breathe right into your right rib cage, right lung, right armpit. Make each shape count tonight. So don't be in the shape already thinking about the next shape that you're going to go to. Be in each shape and make full use of the opportunity to open up your body. We reverse, so bring the gaze up onto your fingertips. Walk yourself all the way back through center. If you feel like you need a little reshuffle before we move to the other side, you're welcome to. And then when you're ready, we'll move across to the right. So you'll notice my left buttock isn't leaving my heels. I'm almost pressing as much as pulling with my hands to sit my sit bones heavy. Ground your palms. Soften your head. Bring your left shoulder down slightly and walk your hands just a centimeter forward. Soften the head a little more. Deepen your breath. Take it right into the left rib cage, left armpits, left lung. One more breath here. So nice. Press into your hands. Raise your gaze. And then walk your hands all the way back through to center. Okay, bring yourself up onto your knees. Bring your knees back under your hips so that you are in your tabletop position again. So if you practiced with us last week, you'll remember your cat-cow. It's a nice way to add breath to movement, check in with the spine, and get some movement going through the shoulder and the pelvic girdle. Inhaling, your belly softens, so soft belly. Sit bones rise as you tilt your pelvis forward, so tight hamstrings. You're going to maybe feel this a little bit. Send your chest through your arms, curl your ears back, and open the throat. Start your exhale, opposite movement. So suck your belly in, tuck your tailbone, press into your hands and tuck your chin. Keep going, 3 more rounds. Inhaling into your cow. Exhaling into your cat. Inhaling into your cow. And exhaling into your cat. Beautiful. One more. Inhaling into your cow. And exhaling into your cat. Beautiful. Coming to a neutral spine. Bring your knees together. We're going to come back into that seated kneeling position, but a little more challenging now. You're going to tuck your toes under so you can have a look back. Get all 10 toenails, all 10 toes as much as you can tucked under. Okay, you're going to sit yourself back onto your heels. Okay, so for a lot of people, this can be quite excruciating. You're going to stay here for as long as you can. Okay, otherwise, if you need to come out at any time, you'll just release. See if you can move back in. Otherwise, just sit on the tops of the feet, but give it a bit of a go if you can. We're going to sit back onto our heels. Relax your shoulders. I'm going to face you as we move through a few neck rolls, so just 3 to each side. Remember, I'm sitting, toes tucked under. Chin to chest. I'll mirror you. Allow your left ear to roll to your right shoulder. And take a full breath in as you draw your chin to the ceiling. And the exhale lowers the chin down. 2 more like that. Full breath in. And full breath out. Relax your face. Relax everything. Last one in this direction. Pause in the center and then change to right. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Last one here, inhaling and exhaling. So nice. Finish your movement, come back to center. I know you want to release your feet, so come forward, untuck your toes, and really gently, easily, just kind of tap the feet out. So just release any tension. Okay, we'll keep ourselves in our tabletop position with our legs and our hips. Okay, we'll move into what we call a puppy dog stretch. So keep your hips above your knees, but walk your hands way, way forward. Okay, so that might be enough for you. You might stay there and you just start to melt your heart and head. Perhaps your head moves all the way down to the floor and you can kind of tilt your sit bones way up high. We're going to hold here 5 breaths. So just hold as long as you can. For those really flexy people in the class, you could be coming all the way down onto your chest. Again, please don't overstretch. This can be quite tight in the shoulders. Let's hold at least 3 more breaths. Wherever you are in the shape. Press firmly into your hands. Slowly make your way back into your tabletop. Nice. Okay, we're going to take that same shape, but add a little bit of a twist to it. So raising your right arm up, open the right side of your chest, look to the right, and then bring that arm in underneath you, thread it through the gap between your thighs and your left arm, and bring yourself down onto your right shoulder. From here, rest your head down, reach your left arm forward, and then just take a little stretch here. Allow this left shoulder to roll down, allow the lower belly to draw in, and then you're getting a bit of a squeeze into that right shoulder. So nice. Take 3 more breaths. Beautiful. Reverse, okay? So slowly take your left hand back, press into it to come up, and then again open up that right shoulder. Right hand back down. If you need to make any adjustments, do. At this point, again, you guys know you've got your pillow as your prop. So if your knees are hurting, don't suffer in silence. Quickly just pop the knees under your this pillow under your knees. Okay, taking left side. Open up that left side chest. Press firmly into that bottom arm. And then you'll bring that hand down. Slide it in underneath. Come to lie on that left shoulder. Reach your right arm forward. Draw your hip line level. Ah, oh, so nice. Find a softening in the shape. Draw the lower belly slightly in. 3 full breaths. Roll your right shoulder a little bit down. After your 3rd exhale, don't rush. Reverse. Right hand back, press firmly into it. left arm to open, and then left hand back down. Great stuff, guys. Tuck your toes under, raise your knees and your hips. If you got your cushion, you'll place it to the side. Then kind of walk your feet forward or your hands back. Doesn't really matter where you are on your mat now. Bend your knees and just allow yourself to be in an inversion. Remembering, please, at any time, if you're inverting, if you've got any issues with blood pressure, if you ever feel nauseous or that this feels too much, it's overwhelming, don't stay upside down. Simply come and bring your head back almost that your face is parallel to the floor. The rest of us, let's stay upside down for another breath or two. And then we'll roll our spines up. So bend your knees, tuck your tailbone, suck your belly in, and then head and arms come up last. So heavy arms, heavy head. From the bottom up, start to stack your vertebrae one on top of the other until you come up to stand. You'll loop your shoulders up, back, and down. Beautiful. All right, let's move ourselves to the top of your mat if you're not there already. Take a full body stretch. So reach your arms up, stretch your belly out, lift, 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 lift. And then bring your gaze back forward if you are looking up. Bend your knees, bring your hands down, bring yourself down to the floor. So big toes are touching. Let's take a little halfway lift. And then you're going to step your right foot all the way back for a lunge. If you have a sensitive knee, cushion under the knee stacks above the ankle in the front, and then press up into a lunge. Reach up. Draw your lower belly back, draw your rib cage in. Bring your hands behind your head, interlace your fingers, curl elbows forward, and then just start to lift up a little bit of a back bend here. Open up the upper back. Just one full breath. Nice neutral spine. Release the arms up, separate the hands. And then you'll bring your hands to the floor. Okay, so we're going to go into what we call a half splits. I'm going to try keep my right, you can see I've already gone forward. I'm going to try keep my right hip stacked above my right knee. And then I'm going to shimmy my front foot forward. So you can kind of just rock it. Keeping my hip line level. Activate left toes. Activate front of left leg. We're stretching out the back of left leg. Walk hands forward as far as you can. From here, you'll kind of settle down. Maybe you bring forehead to shin. Maybe not. Maybe you here allow opening in the back of that left leg. Draw the pinky side of that front foot back as much as the big toe side so you're not buckling in the ankle or doing anything weird. You could even use your hands, get an extra stretch in the bottom of that foot by drawing physically, kind of moving the fascia, drawing the muscles, and really opening the back line. Let's soften our head. I know this is intense. And let's take 3 more full breaths. Maybe you close your eyes. Remembering to feel any kind of stretch in the belly of the muscle, not behind your knee joint. Nice stuff, everyone. Look forward, release. Now remember, we shimmied our foot forward, so we're going to have to shimmy it back so that you can come back into your lunge. Raise your back knee up, remove your cushion. Find a high plank. Step your left foot back to meet right. Shoulders above the wrists, crown of the head and the tailbone aligned. Squeeze your thigh muscles. And then lower your knees. Bend your elbows. Bring yourself all the way down to the floor. Untuck your toes. feet can be kind of hip distance apart. Then we'll meet in what we call Sphinx. So your forearms will move forward, and you're going to come up onto the arms. Nice. Slide your right hand across to the left. And then squeeze your left heel towards your buttock. You're going to take your left hand, bring it to the inside of that left foot. Start to draw your shoulder forward. Okay, then here you can start to play with either kind of squeezing that heel a little closer. Again, be careful because now you're stretching shoulder and potentially feeling a nice stretch in the front of that left thigh. So just drawing heel to buttock. Eventually you want that heel right down to your buttock, maybe even to the outside. Again, let's take 3 full breaths. Don't collapse in your right shoulder, so press up. Don't grind into your teeth or lock your jaw. Beautiful. Slowly release. Come back through to center. Take a little wiggle. Lower your chest, hands under shoulders. Come onto your knees. Tuck your toes and then find a downward facing dog shape. So press your hands. Lift your hips. Roll your arms, shoulders away from your ears, and then just pedal up the legs here. So one at a time, you want to try and ground the opposite heel. Again, nice opening in the back line. My face is completely relaxed. My arms are strong and straight. And I'm just pedaling out through my legs. Make sure you can equal amount to both sides. And then you'll pause in center. Look forward and start to walk your feet to the top of your mat. Take a little halfway lift. Fold yourself forward. Bend your knees, press into your heels, and slowly start to roll the spine up and loop your shoulders. Awesome, guys. Bring your big toes to touch. Come back to zero. Let's meet in that full body stretch again. So strong legs, stretch through your belly, lift nice and tall. Maybe look up to the ceiling, stretch the tallest you've stretched. And then bring your head back to neutral. Bend the knees a little as you bring the arms down. Take your forward fold. Tuck your chin. Halfway lift. It's our left leg now that moves back. Knee grounds. You'll use your cushion here if you need one. Knee stacked above the ankle. Crescent lunge, arms move up. I'm not collapsing forward. I'm pressing into that front foot to keep the knee stacked. I'm drawing my lower belly in, and I'm slightly kind of knitting my rib cage back. Bring your hands behind your head. Change the interlace of the fingers from your first round. Draw your elbows forward and up. Start to curl your ears back and lift up through the chest. Take one full breath here. Squeeze your left glute. Nice, guys. Neutral spine. Arms up and forward and down. Remember, we're working towards that little half splits now. So making sure your left hip is above your left knee. Scoot your right foot or your front foot forward and kind of wiggle it, wiggle it, wiggle it. Make sure you aren't lifting this right bum up. So lower your right hip down so that your hip line is as level as you can get it. Again, maybe you use your hands to draw the right toes back equally between the pinky side and the big toe side of that foot. You could take your hands forward, bring your belly towards your thigh, tuck your chin, and soften down. We're going to stay here. Stay in the intensity, but please notice, is it intensity or is it pain? Fine line.
Watch yourself. Deepen your breath. Lift the lower belly. Lengthen the spine. Soften the face. One more breath. Stay with me. And then you'll lift yourself back up. Slide that foot back to come back into your lunge. Raise your back knee up. High plank. Hold for a moment. Feel equal weight in right and left hand. And then lower your knees. Hug elbows in and back to come down. Untuck your toes. Come up onto your forearms. Nice. Lift up through the crown of the head. We'll take that little opening to the other side. So left hand across, right heel to right buttock, right hand to lift to the inside of that foot. And then from there, I'm going to start to squeeze that foot in. Squeezing it in as far as feels good. Press down into that left elbow. Nice. You're pressing your pubic bone into the mat. So arrange your pelvis as you must to be comfortable. Let's take 2 more full breaths. Nice. And release. Bring both hands back forward. Find your symmetry. And then lower your chest. Slide your hands under your shoulders. Press onto your knees. Separate them if they're together. Tuck your toes. And again, you'll find your downward facing dog. Keep the knees bent. Prioritize the spine. Bring the big toes together. And we're going to open side body. So you're going to swivel your hips and your heels to the right. You'll notice there's a bit more weight in your right hand. Now that's fine. And then start to straighten out your left leg. So now I'm getting this beautiful stretch across this top line of my body, the left side of my body. You can look under your shoulder. And then just allow the hips to fall to the right. One more breath. Back through to center. Bend both knees a lot. And then it's hips and heels to the left. Extending through my right leg. Looking under my right shoulder. Pulling my right hip back. Take one more full breath. Nice. And come back through to center. Bring your knees to the floor. Untuck your toes. And then again, we'll take that nice wide knee child's pose. So take the legs apart. Big toes to touch. Sit yourself down and back on your heels. Reach your arms forward. And just allow your forehead down to the mat. You can close your eyes now and deepen your breath. Lengthening through those arm bones. Let's take 5 more deep breaths here. And then slowly roll the spine up and loose the shoulders. So you can stay sitting in quite a wide knee shape on the heels. You're going to reach your arms all the way up. And then bring the hands behind you, interlace the fingers, and start to draw the arms back. And I'll show you from the back.
So my heels of my hands might not be touching, but I'm rolling my shoulder caps back and I'm opening through the chest, and my hands are trying to move away from my buttocks. And you can look from the side. I'll do a full spin around for you guys. So you can open up through the chest. I'm not throwing my head back, right? My neck is very neutral. I'm opening up through the chest. And then I'll slowly release. Bring your arms out in front of you. Take that same finger on top. But this time, flip your hands forward. Lift your buttocks, curl your tailbone forward, land your buttocks, tuck your chin, and stretch out through the back of the neck and the back of the shoulder blades. And bring both arms up. Take a full stretch. Release your hands, bring them back behind you. Change your interlace from that first round, and again, open up the chest. Broaden through the collarbones. Become quiet in the shape. And release. Again, arms in front of you. Take that same finger on top, hands to hearts. Flip around. Round, lift a little onto your shins, curl your tailbone forward, tuck your chin and stretch, 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 stretch. Both arms up, neutral spine. Release your hands. Nice. Bring your knees to touch until you can sit over onto your left side buttocks. So I'll mirror you. And you're going to then bring your right foot around. So sit on both buttocks. This right foot might just kind of stay in front here, kind of to the inside of your knee. Or if you can, bring that foot to hook all the way across. You could even sit on your cushion here. Reach both arms up. Take a nice full stretch. And then you'll twist to your right. So right hand behind you. Again, left hand might kind of wrap around the inside, or you could hook that arm across, and that will take your twist a lot deeper. We're taking 5 breaths here, so play in the shape, discover the shape. It might be the first time your body's ever had to be in this kind of position, and you know, we all have our own unique origami in the way that our body fits together. Remember, I said in the beginning of class, it's the bones are our scaffolding, and they all need to be moved in precise angles to kind of fit in together. So have patience with your body, have compassion with your body, move slowly, breathe deeply. And that's when we start to stretch. That's when we start to release all the tension we're holding. Nice. Slowly bring your head back first. Unravel the arms, and then you'll simply change. Right leg under, left foot over. This left buttocks doesn't want to be piking up in the air, so you want to try and shift so that both buttocks are nice and grounded. Arms reach up. And take that twist to the other side. If that hand stayed to the inside, you'll do the same on this side. If you hook the elbow, then explore this on your second side. But like me, my range of motion is almost half in my twist on this side to the other side. So then I just stop whenever my body tells me to stop. I pause there and I just start to breathe until my body relaxes into the shape. And slowly but slowly kind of morph into the full expression today. So this pose will probably look different in your body each and every single time you enter it. Nice. Bring your gaze forward. Unravel. And then bring the legs out. So not the widest you can go. We're not going into like a side split. We're going into like a 90 degrees. You could even have your knees a little bit bent if you like. Reach your arms up and then slowly take a forward fold in between the legs. But as much as you can, you're going to ask your legs to straighten out. You're just going to fold yourself forward again. My toes are drawing up, tops of my legs are active so that the back of my legs can release. One more breath. And then you can come back up. We'll come into butterfly pose. So bending the knees to the outside, bring the soles of the feet together. So here, I like to play a little bit, keeping my feet pressing together. It's going to move onto my mat. And then kind of shifting my buttocks closer to my heels and further from my heels. And then almost settling into the middle. So I can sit up tall. I can bring my hands around my feet. I can encourage my knees to move further down to the floor. And then by drawing my elbows in and back, I can pull my heart forward and then soften myself down. Finish your next exhale and let the inhale draw you up. Take your hands to the outer knees, slide the legs together, push them out in front of you, and we'll take a double-legged forward fold. So again, you have your cushion, so you could just slide your cushion underneath your knees if you like. Again, I like taking these little lifts before we fold forward so that we encourage the fold from the pelvis first. Just staying here for 2 or 3 breaths. And then coming up. And we'll move into our final resting pose. So cushion can just stay under the knees. If you don't have it there, maybe place it under there. Bring yourself to lie all the way down. Let your feet flop out. Let your arms move out to the side. Try and get as much of the spine connected to the floor as you can. Rest the back of the head on the floor. Close your eyes. Full breath in through the nose. Full sigh out through the mouth. And again, a full breath in through the nose. Relax, let everything go out through the mouth. Allow yourself to hold silence for another minute or 2. Keep deepening your breath. Make sure your entire body is completely relaxed. Slowly, we'll make our way into a full body stretch, reaching our arms above us, pointing the toes, full stretch. Maybe a sigh or a yawn, open mouth, exhale. And then soften the body, come to roll onto either your left or right side. Pause just for a moment, and then you'll press into the floor to bring yourself up into an easy cross-legged seat. And let's bring one hand and the second on top of the chest. Close the eyes. And so we open and close our practice, acknowledging the work we've done, showing gratitude to our bodies for carrying us through this life, showing gratitude to ourselves for showing up, and showing gratitude to the knowledge and the wisdom of the practices that we do every day. Bring your intention that you set in the beginning of class right into your awareness. May you hold that with you throughout the rest of your evening until I see you again tomorrow or Thursday, the rest of your month. And thank you all for showing up and joining and sharing your practice on this online space. Namaste. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for joining. You're always welcome to take a longer Shavasana. We don't have that much time in these sessions to do that. But yeah, if you have time to stay here for another 5-10 minutes, I mean, that would really be the ultimate. So I hope you're all feeling good after that. Did a bit more stretchy stuff tonight. Thanks, everyone. Well done. So nice to see all of you here. And yeah, remember tomorrow, 12 o'clock, our new sessions, our stretch sessions. I will be taking it every Wednesday, 30 minutes. I'm going to try and get into specific parts of the body. So I got so many requests in tonight. I think I've got enough ideas and requests for the rest of the year. So thanks for that, guys. And yeah, really, keep practicing. I was saying last week, that just to pick one practice from each of these sessions, write it down and start to add and build a little sequence for yourself, that's tailored to you and your body, what really feels good in your body, or maybe what feels awful, and you can work on that and just every day practice those movements. It's really so worth it building a self practice. It's lovely having guides, your coaches and Jono and Siri and so on, myself, but it's really in the end it's up to you guys, and it's amazing to see how dedicated you all are to your practices. So yeah, write down something that you've really enjoyed and practice that until I see you again. So thanks, everyone. It's been such a pleasure and such an honor, and I hope to see you all tomorrow, Jeff Top Up at 12. think we are still live.